the regular meeting of the Mount Clemens Board of Education to order. Call the roll.
Mrs. Cahoon.
Here.
Ms. Hammond.
Here.
Dr. McFadden. Mr. Shepherd.
Here.
Mr. Walker.
Here.
Mrs. Walker.
Here.
Mr. Rickman.
Here, a quorum has been established. Next on the agenda, Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next on the agenda are citizens' comments. This is the portion of the meeting where the citizens of the Mount Clemens Community School District can address the board with any questions, comments, or concerns. If you would like a written response to your inquiry, there are forms in the back that we ask that you sign those, excuse me, and turn them in to Ms. L to get any written, response to your questions or concerns. Be mindful you may not receive a response to your particular inquiries here this evening. Also, we ask you to stand, come to the microphone, state your name and address. You have 3 minutes by which to make your inquiries. Last but not least, I request you address all questions, comments, concerns to the chair. The agenda is now open for citizens' comments. Second call, citizens' comments. Last call, citizens' comments. Hearing or seeing none, moving the agenda forward. Next on the agenda, item 5, board recognitions. 5A, students. 1, Mount Clemens High School 2024-2025, top 5. Mr. Superintendent.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Good evening, board, community, staff. Thank you all for being here tonight. We have a special night tonight. Mr. Ville, our secondary principal, is here. We wanted to acknowledge, every year we like to acknowledge our top 5, all of our students, but especially our top 5 students and who performed exceptionally well this year and throughout their careers here with us. So I'll turn it over to Principal Ville and let him take it away.
All right, good evening, everyone. Just bear with me. I took the time to prepare something special for our top 5 students, and we presented them with cores yesterday as well at the senior pinning. We had a good time at the senior pinning. So it's my privilege to introduce the top 5 graduates of Mount Clemens High School, class of 2025. If you are here when I call your name, please stand. These students have set the academic bar with their hard work, leadership, and commitment to excellence. When your name is called again, please stand. David Jackson, ranked 4th in class of 2025, is known for his clever sense of humor, honor, and unfailing politeness, qualities grounded in a deep appreciation for family and friendship, a diligent student who asks thoughtful questions and never misses a chance to share a laugh. David plans to pursue a career in HVAC at Northwestern Tech. He sums up his outlook with his senior quote, "Courage is knowing it might hurt, but doing it anyway. Stupidity is the same, and that is why life is hard." His parting advice to classmates is just as reflective. Time passes by fast, so sit back and enjoy what it has to offer. D'Angelo Wortham. D'Angelo Wortham. D'Angelo is ranked 3rd in the class of 2025. He's recognized for his steadfast work ethic and vibrant artistic talent. Passionate about drawing and storytelling, he aspires to become a professional animation artist and plans to launch his career as a freelance 2D illustrator/animator while saving for college. D'Angelo strives to stay positive and improve himself every day, valuing a reputation for productivity and effort over vanity. His guiding philosophy is captured in his senior quote, "A sound soul dwells within a sound mind and a sound body." Michaela Brown, ranked 4th in her class, is a kind, funny, and determined high school senior who is ready to make a name for herself. With a deep desire to help others, she plans to pursue a career as a therapist so she can support people through life's challenges and make a meaningful impact. Michaela values honesty and consistently strives to present her truest self in every situation. She will be attending Fayetteville State University to study psychology. Her senior quote reflects her commitment to authenticity. Don't try to be someone else, be yourself, and know that that's good enough. Her advice to underclassmen is simple but powerful. Make sure you do your work. It's going to matter the most. Trayvon Jack, salutatorian of the class of 2025, is a driven and ambitious graduate, eager to embrace new challenges and explore the next chapter of his journey, possessing a thirst for knowledge and a fresh perspective. He infuses creativity, adaptability, and enthusiasm into every opportunity, whether in higher education, career pursuits, or personal growth. His unique blend of curiosity and determination positions him to make a meaningful impact, whether he ultimately chooses HVAC or welding, and whether his path leads him to Texas or North Carolina. Trayvon's parting advice to his classmates captures his balanced outlook. Sleep sometimes, eat real food, and don't burn yourself out. You'll figure it out. All right, and lastly, for my valedictorian, Cheyenne Jefferson of the class of 2025, is Ms. David here.
She's at the regional track meet right now.
Gotcha.
Showing it.
All right, so she wears many, many hats around here. She is a responsible and driven senior committed to forging a successful career. She will pursue an accounting major at Oakland University with plans to become a certified public accountant, earn an MBA, and eventually establish her firm that fosters a strong, healthy workplace culture. Cheyenne embodies a beautiful quality, duality, treasuring the accuracy and certainty of mathematics while embracing art's unpredictability and freedom. No student or staff member has gone untouched by her gentle, ever helpful nature. She is always ready with a clear explanation or straightforward advice that keeps her classmates moving forward. Cheyenne approaches every challenge as her authentic self and believes in taking life one step at a time. Her advice to underclassmen reflects that philosophy. Seize every opportunity, take your grades seriously, don't let your high school years waste away. So at this time, I'd like to congratulate the top 5. We are very, very proud of you, and you all made me look very good my first year. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Veal, and congratulations not only to the top 5 of the 2025 graduating class of Mount Clemens High School, but also to the entire graduating class of 2025. We say congratulations and kudos. 5B, staff. B1, Teachers of the Year. A, Seminole Academy. B, Mount Clemens Middle School. C, Mount Clemens High School. Mr. Superintendent.
Yes, thank you. Is it picking up? As you know, we're nothing without our teachers and the impact that they have and the potential that they have to impact our students' lives is unprecedented, and we know we can't do what we do without them. So we can probably name other teachers of the year, but this year the 3 that were selected, we want to acknowledge formally and have them maybe come up. We normally get a picture with our top 5 kids. I know they're not all here. We got 1 here, so I would like to grab that at some point too. Maybe just get, at least for the family that showed up, I think that's important. I know he probably doesn't want to take a picture, but you will appreciate it one day. But to our teachers, we just appreciate all of our teachers. These 3 who have just gone over and beyond, have set the standard, and they're no strangers to anybody in this district. I don't care what building you are, you know these names. And so, again, Mr. Slack, Ms. Aller, and Ms. Marino, for their outstanding job. We want to recognize them. We would like them to come up and take a picture with the board as well. And thank you again for all your hard work and dedication. And I wish we can just duplicate them for all of these job postings that we have. Mr. Slack doesn't want to be duplicated anymore. But thank you all for your dedication and hard work to our kids and our community. And there are great things happening in Mount Clemens, and it starts with teachers like that. So thank you. All right, so let's get our top 5 student. If you could, yeah. Let's do it this way. We did it last year. We'll have everybody come in front. And then we'll have our teachers as well. Once we get done with him, we'll have you. Mr. Bill?
Can we get Ms. David in too?
Lord, yes, I am. I don't want me to take it.
Our teachers over here. Tina? Bring them. Yeah. I'm afraid to say, you like the kids. Before we lose our families for the rest of our exciting meeting, Ms. McEvans, I had the pleasure of Cheyenne, I acknowledged this at our last board meeting. Cheyenne was acknowledged as a Macomb County Top 100 student for her academic performance. So out of thousands of kids in our county, she was one of the top 100. And I believe she's attending Oakland University, right? Honors College, excuse me. That's right. Alumni over here. But she was acknowledged at a huge county dinner. It was a beautiful ceremony, and for her hard work, resilience, and dedication. And what all of our kids are phenomenal, but phenomenal students, and they come from phenomenal households. And it's no mistake or accident why they have achieved like they have achieved, and your support and our district support is responsible for a lot of that. So congratulations to Cheyenne's mom, our families, and all of our top 5 students. Thank you.
Excuse me. Agenda item 5B2, retirees. A, Dina Pacatai, and B, Gabby DePolo.
Yep.
Mr. Superintendent.
Well, we should have stayed up for pictures. So where is Ms. Pacatai? There she is. Ms. Pacatai, come on up. It's not just the kids that don't like the attention. So we normally being my first year last year. I don't know where you are. We have some gifts for you all that we going to present you with. They were not ready in time, but it's just something to acknowledge your years. How many years? 33. 33 years. I'll tell you in my short time working here with Ms. Pacatai that her commitment to this district and this community, her advocacy for everything in this district goes unheard and unsaid, and we appreciate you. And when you spend 33 years in any profession, but especially in this profession, serving other people's children. Sometimes you teach your own, you teach yourself, but it's what we do. It's a service, it's a calling that we do. And so appreciate you. We thank you. 33 years is irreplaceable, but we made a But thank you, we appreciate it. Let me bring up the Allen, and then so we can just get a picture. I'm sorry.
Gabby,
Mr. Ball, here she is. So we can get a picture. We can get a picture of him.
Can't take this out here.
Mr. Paul, how many years? 27 years. Let's give it up to Mr. Paul. All in, how many am I playing?
Mount Clemens is 27, total it's over 30.
So over 30 years of education, 27 in Mount Clemens alone. Like I just said, it sounds a little redundant, but we appreciate you, the dedication and commitment to our kids, this community. We just don't, our profession is a challenge, as everyone knows. And to have that resilience, I have a theory that it's hard to teach kids resilience unless we understand it and have it ourselves. So clearly we have two outstanding teachers who have dedicated their lives and have committed to our kids and modeled that resilience for them. It's just really appreciated. We appreciate your commitment. We appreciate your dedication. And we wish you and Pentatide well in your future endeavors. And our doors are always open. You know what our needs are. So take a little break, and we'll be waiting on the call. So thank you, and continue blessings and everything that you do. Let's grab a picture. You have to sue around here. All right, let's look at family's picture camera first. Hold on, Ms. L. Beautiful. Good.
One more, please. Thank you.
Let me, parents, that's the highlight of our fun stuff. We won't be offended if you want to leave. We put this at the beginning now for those reasons. So anybody that would like to, community that doesn't want to stay for the exciting agenda, business stuff, feel free. We won't be offended. Thank you for being here tonight, and keep up the good work. Students and teachers and staff, thank you very much.
Pause for a second. Pixie dust. Oh, yeah. Next on the agenda, action items. Item 6, consent agenda. Under the consent agenda this evening, item 6A, approval of minutes. A1, approval of the committee of the whole workshop, May 14th, 2025. A2, April 16th, 2025, regular meeting. 6B, approval of bills for payment. B1, April bills for payment. Chair would entertain a motion relative to the consent agenda as is listed.
So moved.
Moved by Member Cahoon,
Second.
second. Member Hammond. Any questions, comments, concerns regarding consent agenda item A1, May 14, 2025, Committee of the Whole Workshop. A2, April 16, 2025, regular meeting. B1, April's bills for payments.
Question. Are we not including C, D, and E under the consent agenda?
Well, we have to make a decision on C,
Okay,
so that's why I held
okay,
that.
got it.
Any additional questions, comments, concerns regarding consent agenda items A and B? Hearing and seeing none, call the roll, please.
Mrs. Cahoon?
Yes.
Ms. Hammond?
Yes.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes.
Mr. Walker?
Yes.
Mr. Walker?
Yes.
Mr. Rickman?
Yes. Motion carries.
He answered one, I
We
answered
knew.
the other, it's all good.
We knew.
Hey, it went on unhitched, you know. Consent agenda item, 6C, MISD budget resolution. And the reason why I didn't do it under consent, because we have to either approve it or not approve it or add comments. So I pulled it off the consent to deal with it separately. So the budget was passed out last week. If you had any questions, they could have been forwarded to the ISD for any clarifications. I don't know if that was the situation. Now we have two options. We can approve the budget, or we can vote not to approve the budget. The resolutions to approve the budget, now therefore be resolved as it follows. The Board of Education of Mount Clemens Community Schools express its approval of and support for the MISD General Fund operating budget for the next fiscal year. Or the same opposite, the Mount Clemens Board of Education does not approve the MISD's General Fund operating budget for the next fiscal year. Chair would entertain a motion relative to the MISD operating budget for the next fiscal year.
I'd like to move to approve the budget.
Moved by Member Shepherd,
Support.
second Member D. Walker. Any questions, comments, concerns regarding the motion of the floor? Hearing and seeing none, call the roll, please.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes.
Mr. Walker?
Yes.
Mrs. Cahoon?
Yes.
Ms. Collins? Mrs. Walker?
Ooh, ooh,
Whoa,
ooh,
whoa,
ooh,
whoa,
ooh.
whoa, whoa.
Who?
You said
Ms. Collins?
Oh, Jesus.
It's early.
Mrs. Cahoon, I apologize. Mrs. Cahoon, I apologize.
Yes.
Okay.
We all-
Ms. Hammond?
Yes.
Mrs. Walker?
Yes.
Mr. Rickman?
Yes. Motion carries. Excuse me. Now we'll deal with consent agenda items D, 6D, purchase of copiers, and 6E, special populations coordinator. I did it. I didn't realize I should have put those D and E with the regular, consent. So the chair would entertain a motion relative to consent agenda items 6D and E as presented.
So moved.
Moved by Member D. Walker,
Support.
second by Member J. Walker. Any questions, comments, concerns regarding the motion on the floor? Hearing, seeing none, call the roll, please.
Mr. Walker?
Yes.
Mrs. Walker?
Yes.
Mrs. Cahoon?
Yes.
Mrs. Cahoon? Oh, I'm sorry. Ms. Hammond?
Yes.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes.
Mr. Rickman?
Yes, motion carries. Agenda item 7, MISD biannual election resolution. This is an election year for 2 seats on the MISD board. I don't know if anybody received information from the candidates. Usually they send them directly to board members. There are 3 candidates vying for 2 vacancies on the ISD board. You have 2 incumbents, Ed Farley and Don Hubler, and the 3rd person seeking the seat is Ian McCain. I'm in position to put a motion on the floor, just to move it. I move that the Mount Clemens Board of Education support Ed Farley and Don Hubler.
I'm sorry, are those the 2 incumbents?
Yes, sir.
I support that.
Moved by Rickman to support Farley and Hubler, second by member Shepherd. Any questions, comments, concerns regarding the motion on the floor? Hearing and seeing none, call the roll, please.
Mr. Rickman,
Yes.
Mr. Shepherd,
Yes.
Mrs. Cahoon,
Yes.
Ms. Hammond,
Yes.
Mr. Walker,
No.
Mrs. Walker.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 8, Mount Clemens Public Library, 8A. 1, library appointment extension for 1 appointee, Nancy Mitchell. Mr. Superintendent, there was a correspondence. They were trying to get their stagger back in line because it was messed up during the COVID time period. And so they're requesting to add an additional year to Mrs. Mitchell's assignment on the library board as one of the 3 appointees from the school district, and her term would expire in 2027, I think, to get the stagger.
Extension 28.
2029.
2029?
Yeah.
Okay. That is the recommendation from the administration. The chair would entertain a motion relative to agenda item 8, library appointment extension of Nancy Mitchell.
I move that we approve the appointment of Nancy Mitchell extension through June 30th, 2029, as presented.
Moved by member D. Walker to approve the appointment extension for Nancy Mitchell as presented. Is there a second?
Support.
Second, member Hammond. Any questions, comments, concerns regarding the motion on the floor? Hearing or seeing none, call the roll, please.
Mr. Walker,
Yes.
Ms. Hammond,
Yes.
Mrs. Cahoon,
Yes. Yes.
Mr. Shepherd,
Yes.
Mrs. Walker,
Yes.
Mr. Rickman.
Yes, motion carries. Excuse me. Moving the agenda forward, under informational items, item 8, Business Committee, 8A, Financial Reports. Are there any questions, comments, concerns regarding the financial reports? Item 8B, Contract Listings. Any questions, comments, concerns regarding the contract listings? Takes us to item 9, Superintendent's comments. Mr. Superintendent.
All right, good evening again. It's a busy time of the year, as we all know. I get asked every day, are you guys getting ready for a break and shutting down? And it's no, right? It's never ending, and we're actually ramping up for next year and being proactive and getting prepared. So, but our students are, however, and our buildings are coming down, and it's the celebratory time of the year, and acknowledgments and all the hard work and looking at some of the fruits of those labors. So I have a lot of things to just mention. The principal sent me some things they want to make sure we acknowledge and celebrate. So I'll be as quick as possible. From our elementary building, Ms. McNeely and the team wanted to acknowledge the tremendous turnout they had for Family Dodgeball event. We brought families and communities and staff together. It was on the same night as another event, but they still had a great turnout. A lot of staff members came together to make that happen, and in addition to their math and science night. A thank you to Kiera Johnson, our gym teacher there, Miss Murphy, Miss X, and Miss Brandon for their hard work pulling those events together, and our families that attended those events. They want to just say thank you for coming out. You know, without our family engagement, it's impossible, right? We need our families to be involved at these events, day to day, et cetera. So anytime we get our community out and our families out, it's powerful and it makes a difference. So thank you all on behalf of the prior elementary staff. At the secondary, yesterday was probably one of the most powerful events that we've had since I've been here. There have been a number of things, but yesterday was powerful. Right outside of the large auditorium in I don't want to say older building or historical building, we had the Mount Clemens Community Coalition for Youth and Families were here. And I mean, there was probably over 40 vendors or organizations or companies that came out to bring resources to our kids. So we want to extend a heartfelt thank you to the amazing vendors, universities, military representatives, local businesses, and organizations who came out to support the youth and shared valuable resources with our youth and opportunities. They made a difference, and our kids had a great time. The engagement was high, and we had community members from, as I read, from all over that came out to make that event happen. And I believe Pastor Larry was significant in correlating those efforts. And you would have been really proud. This community should have been really proud yesterday to see the response. In addition to proud, as you know, May 15th was our prom. It was held at the Emerald Theater, and we want to acknowledge our senior sponsors and the staff that all made that happen. Our kids, it was awesome. It was a beautiful sight to see. It was it was first class. It was decorated first class. Our kids showed up, and you know how prom is, right? They showed out for prom. Everything from a horse and carriage to, you name it. It was a beautiful sight, and so we're very proud of our seniors. But our senior sponsors, Ms. Marino, who you heard about earlier, Ms. Finn were our sponsors. But there was a steering committee and a lot of people that participated and helped make that event special for our seniors. Ms. Finn, Ms. Conover, assisted by Ms. Hines, Ms. Lowe, Ms. O'Neill, Chef Foster, and decorated by our own curriculum coordinator, Dr. Lewis. Thank you to the Emerald Theater for the hospitality. It was safe, it was fun, kids got in without incident. Whenever you have prom without incident, it's a beautiful thing, right? So great job to our senior sponsors and everyone who participated and helped make that event happen, and all of our high school staff. It makes me want to acknowledge something else too. Ms. Marino's not here, but we got a communication. We took some of our high school students went to the Rec Bowl for a bowling end of the year event. And I'm gonna get the communication from the Rec Bowl. They emailed us back, and they stated that they had never had or seen a group of students that was that pleasant and what a joy to have. And so they were really grateful and appreciative and acknowledged the character our kids displayed, and really celebrated us in a response. I'll make sure we share that with you all so you can see. I thought it was powerful, and those things need to be said and heard louder. You figure you take a group of high school kids to a bowling alley, a lot can go on. So we're just proud of them for representing us well and doing it the Baylor way. Senior pinning. Last night was, actually our parent, Mrs. Spooner, our PTA president here at the secondary, emailed myself and Miss Marino last night, and her daughter, Lori, is one of our building leaders. Ms. Spooner just wanted to acknowledge, she shared that it was since her time here, and I think she had a couple of kids that has come through our district. She just acknowledged, she said it was the nicest event she's ever attended here, experienced. And again, Ms. Marino and several other, all of those names I mentioned earlier, from Pastor Larry, Ms. Finn Conover, Ms. Terry, our counselor, Mr. Ville, our principal, everybody contributed some way. But Ms. Spooner, on behalf of our parents, said it was one of the nicest, well-represented events where our kids, not only our top 5, but a number of our other kids were acknowledged and celebrated and received their cords for graduation. So kudos to everyone who made that event happen, and it was well attended by our families too. It was powerful, and it just highlights that despite what we think sometimes about parent involvement on a day-to-day basis, when people, for wherever they are during those times, when it matters, our families show up. They do care. And so we want to thank them for coming out and making those nights, last night special for our seniors. Also at the secondary, Mr. Ville wanted to acknowledge a few other folks as well. Nora Spooner, Mrs. Spooner's daughter, who I mentioned earlier, Cheyenne Jefferson, our top 100 and one of our top 5 students, received scholarships from the Optimist Club as essay contest winners. Also, we had a number of students that go to Pankow that receive their sports medicine certificates. Nora Spooner, Jalea Steele, Shariah Jackson, and in criminal justice, Tyrese Thomas, health occupation, Nevaeh Cotton, all received trade certificates from Pankow. So they're not here, but I think we should give them a round of applause. We also wanted to acknowledge Jalea Steele. She got acknowledged last night. She had 300 community service hours, the most by any student in recent history. So
That's awesome.
congratulations to Jalea. And we have, like we saw earlier, right? Our students do a lot, so people are everywhere doing different things, and so everyone couldn't be here tonight. But we want to make sure it was on the record that we acknowledged their and celebrated their success. Athletic update at the secondary. Our boys track and field won back-to-back regional championships the other 2 days ago. So we're very proud of them. They represented us well, and we hope they continue to grow and go on to compete. Today they're at I think the league and the state quarterfinals regional champions. On our track team, in first place for the 100-meter and 200-meter and 400-meter was Chris Walker. Adrian Walker got second place in the 200-meter, second place in the 100-meter, and second place in the 200, I said that twice, 200-meter. And our boys' 800-meter relay, we got first place was C. Wright, C. Walker, Z. Jackson, and R. Jackson. Mr. Pittman didn't give me the first name, so I apologize for not saying the kids' first names. We also got first place in the boys' 400 relay, and Lamaya Johnson Baker got first place in the discus. Don Redding got second place in the high jump. So congratulations to all of our student athletes for their success on the track in high jump and discus. Girls basketball wrapped up, and that has completed. That was they had a lot of success. One of our standouts was Leah Williams. She made honorable mention All-State. So congratulations to Leah. And in middle school athletics, so for those of you that may not know, we really didn't have many middle school opportunities last year when I got here. I'm very proud of a couple of these things. So middle school track is going on right now. We have about 15 students that participate. Their middle school regionals will be tomorrow, and our girls are expected to win. So fingers crossed, prayers, whatever you do. One of the things I'm very proud of, and not too many places offer this, but we got it off the ground thanks to our athletic coordinator / pupil accounting person, populations person, Mr. Pittman, who has really been spearheading the efforts to get our students more access, more opportunities. and really make school fun, right? Without those things and, different opportunities for our kids, it can be kind of boring if you're active and you want to do those things. So we have middle school football, not flag, we have flag too, but we have middle school tackle football. So when we talk about developing a high school program, building with now our own feeder system within our district is powerful. And we got about 30 to 35 kids that come out and participate and play on that team. So we're very proud of that being underway, and the work that the coaches, our administration, and our athletic director is putting in to make those things happen. So shout out to everybody that participates, all of our student athletes, but especially the adults that go over and beyond to make those opportunities possible. So thank you. And middle school volleyball ended as well, and our girls, it was their first time. A lot of them are all 7th graders, so we're excited for next year. Today we had interviews for basketball coaches, and one of the questions that I always ask is about winning, right? And here in Mount Clemens, our goal is to define winning, right? It's not necessarily about who has the most points, right? If we can help you develop some things that will translate into your life as you go out to be a productive citizen in society, we won. So we're just happy that our kids are having the opportunity to express themselves, find themselves through sports and activities and other opportunities. And so we'll continue to build more and more programs, not just athletics, as you heard, student leadership opportunities, academic opportunities, but as it's all coming together. So other acknowledgments before I get into upcoming dates. I just want to acknowledge everyone that took the time to chip in, whatever you did, whether it was a phone call, a contact, a meeting attended, whatever efforts you gave to help support the district with the bond initiative. We mentioned this earlier in a couple of meetings now. Although the bond initiative did not pass, it wasn't a loss. We had 912 people that said yes. We had more people that said no. But the learning that came from that for me and for us as an organization is huge, right? People spoke their minds. It gave us some insight, gave me some insight of some deeper rooted things that need to be addressed. And we have to respect that, right? And so everyone was heard, and it gives us a little more direction in the things that we need to do to make sure our story is told even better. And we want to continue to engage everyone in this community to come in, come and volunteer, come and see our kids, come and meet our kids, just get involved a little more. I think the biggest thing was for whatever reason, the years and the disconnect with some of our community, not all, some of our community members and our district and our school, and some of the true perceptions and views of some of our community members about some of our data is real, and we know what it is, and not hiding from anything, and we're doing the work, getting the right staff and teachers on board here, getting the right people in the right seats on the bus, and we'll begin to really drive that bus and get the results, right? I say this all the time. I've said it in multiple town hall meetings. We can't talk our way out of a situation that we've acted our way into. So we got to do work. We got to get results, and those things will speak for themselves. So thank you to everybody that came out, supported, or even shared your voice. You were heard, and we appreciate you, and we'll continue to move onward and upward like we've been doing, and we're excited about the future still, and a lot of great things are still to come. I want to give us a few special acknowledgments and thank yous to you all, our board, who all participated in different ways in support. It was probably for my second year here as a superintendent. It was that was something that whole process was something that I don't think any class or anything can prepare you for. You got to go through it, and I learned a lot, and I'm grateful for that. But I'm also grateful for all of your support. Special shout out, not to get beat up or anything, but I want to Ms. Cahoon and Mr. Walker on our board, who were there by my side, participating, whether it was recording a town hall meeting, being present at the town hall meetings, just at any function or any event, coordinating meetings to get us out and get us in front of folks. But I want to thank both of you for your extended service to this district and our community. So thank you very much. Also want to acknowledge one of our community members, former board member, Ms. Collins. Jamie Collins was instrumental in advocating and just getting out information. At the end of the day, we're just trying to get out information. You know, I said this before as well. Wasn't trying to. The goal was not to convince anybody, but to share the facts and then let people make informed decisions. And a lot of people contributed to that, and made that possible. So thank you. Special shout out to Ms. Collins for stepping up and being out there. And I want to give another special shout out just to Mr. Walker there hasn't been probably an event. Mr. Walker's probably been to more events this year than me. So it is what it is. I'm everywhere. I don't know. I just appreciate it. And it came to me yesterday because a staff member brought it to my attention and said, "Is he a board member?" I said, "He says everything." I said, "Yeah, I know." And I said,
She probably thinks you're a student.
"Yeah." And he had on his hoodie yesterday representing too. And so he fits right in. But thank you. It doesn't go unseen, and our staff see it, our community sees it, and you really you all do. And I try to keep you informed as well. But when you have that pulse of what's happening, just like I shared with the community, when you're in here and you're at these events, and you all have come to different things, when you're around our kids and you see it, and you see what doesn't show up on the website or state reporting sometimes, we make a difference, and you make a difference. Your presence makes a difference, and your support for me makes a huge difference. So thank you, and thank all of you for being there. Those late night phone calls with questions, because you've been through a bomb before and 100 years ago, to whatever you did, you appreciate it. Last but not least, just some upcoming events. Mark your calendars. You've got the board. You have these already, but this is for everyone, the community as well. June 3rd is our senior barbecue, 12 p.m. at the secondary complex. That's a kind of a ritual I think that's been going on. I don't know if you started that, Mr. Jackson, back in the day, but our seniors have a barbecue, fun, relaxing gathering time for that class of 2025 to celebrate, come together before graduation. And then June 3rd as well, later that day will be the senior clap out, where our seniors will go through the building, and as well as over at Seminole, and walk through the hallways and be acknowledged and clapped out by all the students. It's important for especially our younger students to see, what that, I don't even want to say the final lap looks like, because it's only the beginning. They just don't know that yet, but of this process, right? And so it's powerful, and if you have a chance to come over, it's really powerful to see the little kids looking and celebrating these big old giant seniors walking through. So that'll be on June 3rd. June 4th, our Head Start GSRP graduation is at 5:30. Our youngest learners take the stage as they complete their preschool journey and prepare for kindergarten, right? That's another big step. So you're all invited. Everyone's invited to come out to that. June 5th is our 5th grade promotional ceremony. It'll be at 5:30. It's going to be here in the large auditorium as well. We are excited about our 5th graders getting over here to see that, right? I don't know when the last time or what 5th grade had their promotional ceremony in this auditorium, but that's also a part of that exposure, right? Some of that angst sometimes for 5th graders coming to 6th grade is even getting them over here. So it's really strategic and intentional with bringing them into this environment and letting them see their new home. So you're invited to that. June 6th is our high school graduation, 6 p.m. for the first time in I don't know how many years. It'll be in our large auditorium. We got that as tight as we can get it, and our kids loved it, and they helped actually get it together. So we'll be back in there at 6 p.m. You're invited to that, and as we celebrate that class. June 9th, middle school graduation. It is our 8th graders. It'll be at 10 a.m. secondary complex. They haven't made the final determination of where in this campus, but it'll be here as well. And on June 10th, last but not least, our probably the most tears will be at this graduation. It'll be kindergarten graduation. Will be from 1:30 to 2:30, and the little babies are going to be in the large auditorium here as well. So that should be a great sight to see. So those are some updates. Those are my updates in my notes and upcoming events. So thank you all for listening.
Thank you, Mr. Superintendent.
Yes, sir.
Agenda item 10.
Oh, I got one more thing.
We got certificates to acknowledge 2 of our board members. This comes from the Michigan Association of School Business. We have Mr. Walker, who's received the Level 2 Award of Merit, is awarded upon completion of certification Level 1 and minimum of 45 education credits. And the second one is to Dr. McFadden, for the Level 4 Master Board Member Award, is awarded upon completion of certification levels 1 through 3, 9, 200 or 300 level classes, and a minimum of 368 education credits. So congratulations. I'll give these to you. Learning never stops, even if you're a board member, right? Thank you. And Ms. A, we'll get this to Dr. McFadden. All right, okay, I promise.
I was gonna wait a second.
Okay.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah, I'm
Don-
gonna wait a second.
Mr. Walker will have something that I forgot.
Sir,
Oh, there he is.
Dr. McFadden.
And Dr. McFadden, there you go, sir. From MSBO. Master Board Member Award. Congratulations, sir. Right on time.
you planned that.
Yep, good job.
That it? That's it. Well, just checking. Agenda item 10, board comments. Ms. Hammond.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. Just one clarification regarding the Head Start graduation. They have Recognition Day, which is June 12th, just in case we have any parents in the district that's watching that attend here at the high school. We continue to do great things here at Mount Clemens. Hearing all the reports coming out, success at the prom, hearing the top 5, the Teacher of the Years, the teachers that are retiring. And also I want to wish everyone a safe and relaxing Memorial Day weekend.
Thank you, Ms.
You're
Hammond. Ms. Cahoon.
Thank you, Mr. Rickman. Thank you. I just want to do a huge acknowledgement because without the staff, faculty, like the people that work here every day for the kids, we wouldn't have the kids here. We wouldn't have these celebrations that we have for the school district. So thank you to the staff, the faculty, the administration for your continued perseverance of providing a great standard of excellence to the students. You are the reason the future looks so bright at Mount Clemens. Congratulations to the top 5 and to really all of the seniors that are graduating this year. But the quotes that Dr. Veal had mentioned were so amazing and so empowering. I mean, I would have thought that they would have already had some years of work, right? So I absolutely love their drive, and it will serve them well in their future endeavors. I hope they come back to encourage other students to work hard and persevere. Congratulations again to the graduating class of 2024-2025, and to the Teachers of the Year. Thank you for all your hard work and dedication to academic excellence for the kids, any kids that have walked through the doors at Mount Clemens. I do want to make some remarks regarding our work session last week. I'm just going to read it off of what I wrote, just from my own thoughts that I wanted to put together before this meeting. So I love that we had many people engaged on the bond. I loved that we had engagement online, even though a lot of it was negative. I think by and large, we educated a lot of people on what the district is doing, and we have a lot more work to do. So I'm going to start off my remarks by discussing the elephant in the room, as stated by one of the board members at the board workshop meeting last week. Per our discussion about the bond at the board workshop, there was a statement that people online who wanted the bond to fail were white. Over 50% of the bonds in the state didn't pass. Is that because the people were white? If it is believed by the majority of this board or the faculty, which I don't believe it is, that the reason the bond failed is because white people don't want to vote on the bond because of the color of the people's skins, then we will never see a change in this city, this country, this world, and especially this district. The same board member also stated that talking to the residents is really unnecessary. As I had said last week, and I will continue to say, the taxpayers of this district are the ones that pay for the bond. Not having discussions with them is missing a vital part of a solution. From the hundreds of comments I've fielded online, the word race never came up, not once. It was the amount of the bond based on many years of bad leadership, which has closed buildings, and some people online did talk about coming together to discuss things. And in fact, I put a poll out and asked people online if they would come to a meeting about how we can move forward together. 25 people said yes, they want to come to that meeting. And we had, I think, about 10 that said no. School of choice is the reason that we lost kids. Competition breeds growth, and this is what people in sports teams learn all the time. So school districts that are losing kids are blaming school of choice. They need to look internally and say, what can we do better? If my son fails, I say to him, what could you have done differently? I don't say, blame others for your failures. If parents pull their children from the public school system, which they have done at massive rates lately, it isn't because the schools are doing well. When you have competition, that breeds the growth. Because parents choose other districts, private schooling, homeschooling, means that they don't like what they are seeing in the public schools. And it has absolutely nothing to do with race. I want to see every child succeed. I don't care what color they are. I don't care where they come from. I don't care anything about other than their success. I think that when we can start having discussions and truly listening to each other, I feel like things will then eventually change. I want this district to succeed, and it has grown immensely over the last 2 years. I have said to you since you started, I want to see the Mount Clemens brand get out there, the great things that are happening in Mount Clemens that has nothing to do with race. It has everything to do with academic excellence. That's why you came up, your group came up with the standard of excellence, right? So if we can start talking about those things and educating the residents and meeting them where they are and figuring out where we can grow and do better to bring people, all people, into the district, then I think we'll make progress. Mr. President, that's my comment.
Thank you, Ms. Scott. Ms. Walker.
Well, thank you, Mr. President. I want to congratulate our top 5 and all our graduates, our wonderful teachers of the year, our retirees. Our retirees have 60 years total. That's a lot. That's a lot to be proud of. A lot of good was said tonight. A successful prom, our wonderful athletes. And I will just end by saying that during all of this bond information and passing information out and talking to people in the city and talking to people where I work, this city, our kids, our parents, my fellow board members, you make me proud to tell people that I am part of the Board of Education for this district. And I'm proud of it, and we're going to do great things. Those are my comments.
Thank you, Ms. Walker. Mr. Walker.
Thank you, Board President. I would like to say congratulations to the top 5, including Cheyenne Jefferson, who is valedictorian going to my current college,
Golden Grizzly.
and my neighbor as well. I would like to say also that our entire class of 2025 has been doing a great job in advocating for themselves. And at the event yesterday by the coalition, they got to meet with different colleges and different vendors as well to get the resources they need. And thank you to my fellow coalition members as well who put that all together, including Ruthie Stevenson, who's here today. I'd like to say congratulations to our Teachers of the Year, Ms. Aller, Mr. Slack, and Ms. Marino, who I've gotten to know over the years as well. I've not had them as a teacher, but of course in the building, got to help out with different age groups and kind of mentor the students who they had in their care as well. To Ms. Pankatai and Ms. Dupala, you guys have done very great work with the students that we serve this today and your years of service. Going to miss seeing you at the board meetings, at different events across the district. You're irreplaceable by many marks and means. I don't think we're ever going to employ someone with your knowledge and your strength. You're going to be very missed. And that's my board comments.
Thank you, Mr. Walker. Mr. Shepherd.
First off, I want to thank all the parents that came, the teachers and the teachers' families. It's so great that we get to share a little bit of the well-deserved pride that you have. And I'm looking forward to graduation where I can also kind of bask in your glory. So I'm really looking forward to that. Again, it's well-deserved, and it's more than I can ask for. So, secondly, the bond. I voted to approve going out for that bond, sight unseen pretty much. I was given a one-sheet piece of paper that gave me an amount and what the bond was for in a general purpose. And because of the hard work that the board put into preparing that bond, even though I didn't witness it, but including Ms. Collins and Mr. Monk, I basically voted to approve it, and I don't regret it. I also, based on the results, still don't regret it. I was very emotional about it because I'm an emotional person, and when it comes to the future of the school and the appearance that people would undermine it, also sight unseen, is very disappointing. There are people who would just, the beginning and the end of their comments is a big fat no, and I don't really see anything constructive about that. So, so basically that's just my view of the bond. A spiteful part of me would just want to go out for $1 less and do it all over again, but I think that'd be a poor use of the superintendent's time. So I'd like to just move forward as planned. As we said repeatedly, the district's not going anywhere. We are on the right track. We are experiencing growth, and it's small growth, and I think that we should take pride in that. As I said at a previous meeting, the Bible says to basically rejoice in small beginnings. So that's what I intend to do. I think we're on the right track. For teachers, I know it's Teacher Appreciation, and that our students and our teachers are indeed in a competition with other districts and with people who choose to homeschool. And in some instances, although it is a competition, it might not be a fair one. When you're judging in like diving, or since we're doing a sports comparison, in like diving, figure skating, or whatnot, you take something like degree of difficulty into it. Our students are mostly special needs, or I shouldn't say mostly special needs, are a good portion of special needs. There is a lot of trauma. There's a lot of there's just unique needs to Mount Clemens, and for children whose parents might not have an opportunity to take them to a different district. If a teacher was just teaching, there wouldn't be as much to really appreciate. A teacher is asked to manage 30 people whose brains haven't been developed yet, some of which don't want to be there. I'm sure they wish they were all the top 5 students here, but sadly some are not. You're also asked to be accountable for people who show up late or who don't show up at all. And your performance is measured by their lack of performance. And a lot of students have legitimate excuses to not perform, and some it is just simple laziness, kids being kids. For my ability to pull my daughter from the public education system, as opposed to working with it, if I were to just pull her outright, if I had that ability to, or even that desire to, I guarantee I can educate her better than any teacher can, because it's a one-on-one setting, and I know my daughter better than anyone. So my decision to pull her from public education, if I were to choose to do that, it wouldn't be saying that the public education system is failing. What it is saying that I can do better, which is not a boast. It's again not saying that the public education system is failing. It's a minimal observation. The same with private schools and things like that, where parents are invested at least in putting tuition forward. So again, there is a competition, yes, but it's not a fair one. And I'm sure that we can all, whine and drag our feet about it, or we can choose to move forward. I choose to move forward for the sake of the students who are here, because I know that they aren't whining about it. They're moving forward. So that's just it about the bonds. Again, though, for the teachers, I appreciate all of you, and I really hope that that we can continue to grow as a family. To those who are retiring, job well done. You finished the race, and this is your calling. And I'm sure it's not going to end just because you're done with the public education system for now. But I wish you well in whatever endeavors you choose to follow. And that's my comments.
Thank you, Mr. Shep. Dr. McFadden.
Thank you, Mr. President. First of all, I want to recognize top 5. Congratulations to them. Teacher of the Year, Mr. Slack, Mrs. Aller, and Ms. Marino. Awesome job. This is not from the hip, this is from the heart. I will miss the retirees, Ms. McIntyre and Ms. DiPaolo. They have taught all my children, and they've been amazing, always open arms. So I want to say thank you for them. Not saying goodbye, but I want to say thank you for all the work they put into these students. I also want to say I hope Nancy Mitchell got back on the library thing. Well, congratulations to Nancy Mitchell. So I love Nancy. Like I said, not from the hip, it's from the heart. I'm going to speak about the bond too. And like I said last time, I think the bond was a very great success. And I say that because the conversation was made and stirred up for the people of this community to have a conversation. It's almost like having a conflict every 5 years. Sometimes you got to stir up some dust just to see where everything settles. So I don't think it was a failure in no part, no how. Those who voted no or yes, but everybody became or left away with more information about how the school district is running. Also about the comment about our children being in competition with other school districts and teachers and stuff of that nature. And I'm going to bring that off because I want to say congratulations to the boys track team, back-to-back regional champions. And if you know a little bit about track, you might not replace first at all your meets. You might come in 9th, 10th, 11th, or 12th. Someone always come in first. But it's not about you racing against the person on that track. It's about you racing against yourself. And when a child comes off the track and I ask them, how you do today? IPR. That means for if you don't run track, personal best, personal record. I like to see a child make a personal record every time they get on the track instead of winning the race every time they get on the track and they don't personal record. That tells me there's no growth. You just happen to come in first. That's not that hard to do when you have all the chips in your pocket and you have all the resources behind you. So I put that scenario out there to give you the visual aid in stating what our children be doing in this district. I have seen children in this district who come in hardship, as in like not doing well in their classes, and the quarter or semester later pick it up. And that's what we're all about, picking it up. So with the bond and their children and everything else, I'm glad the conversation was had. The conversation needed to be had because people need to understand who you're dealing with as people. And we all same people. There's no difference between who you are and what you believe in. At the end of the day, we all bleed red. Except for myself, I'll bleed OD green. Go Army. But all jokes aside, it was a very great success. So I hope no one's holding their head down. I hope everybody's holding their head up. Like I said, the no's and the yes. Mr. President, those are my comments.
Thank you, Dr. McFadden. Sounded like a broken record, but it happens when you go last. Congratulations and kudos to the top 5, to their parents and their support system for assisting these students, because when you graduate in the top 5 of your class, that means that you went above and beyond just going to school. You actually came to school, participated, and met the challenges and exceeded those challenges that were placed in front of you. So congratulations to the top 5. Congratulations to the entire graduating class of 2024-2025. Congratulations to the teachers of the year. We've been around the district anytime. These names are not strangers, and it's not by coincidence that these individuals have been named Teachers of the Year, Ms. Aller, Mr. Slack, and Ms. Marino. And it says something about you and your commitment, your personality, your drive, when you are voted by your peers as a Teacher of the Year. The superintendent didn't appoint these individuals as Teachers of the Year. The building principal did not select these individuals as Teachers of the Year. The board did not select these individuals as Teachers of the Year. These Teachers of the Year are voted on by their peers, and it shows the respect that their peers have for them, and kudos to our Teachers of the Year. Congratulations to Ms. Pankatai and Mr. Paulo. Again, if you've been around the district anytime, these are very familiar names and faces. Combined 60 years of experience. It's not, and these are 2 positions that we'll have to replace. And it's not just replacing somebody, you're replacing 60 years of hands-on, day-to-day experience working here in the Mount Clemens Community School District. That's the part that's impossible to fill when you bring in new hires. You bring in new people, they start their tenure, but again, 60 years of combined service to this district is impossible to replace. And I know these 2 individuals are not just going to sit at home. They might do that for a couple of weeks, and then they'll be back out, changing the world and assisting in whatever way they desire. And I wish you well and much success in whatever you continue to do as you move into your next career. Congratulations to the Battling Bathers boys track team for back-to-back regional champions. It's been a while since the track team has won the district, and now we have a team. under the leadership of Coach Maurice Wallace that are not only win the regionals last year, but they followed up by, again, winning the regionals this year. And congratulations out to Lady Baylor, Miss Baker, for qualifying for state. In order to go to state, you have to qualify if you're a relay, and there's the top 2 in that region. And if you're individual events, I think it's the top 3 or top 4 in that individual event. And so kudos out to Miss Baker for qualifying for the state. And congratulations to all those who will participate in the state meet and any other meet that's in between the state meet. I think they have league meets and things of that nature generally coming on, and they have the county meet. So congratulations to the Bathers. I'd like to congratulations to member Dante Walker for your achievement of level 2 boardsmanship, and to Dr. McFadden for your achievement of master boardsmanship. This shows a dedication and commitment to understanding and learning your craft. Always have been a staunch, strong supporter of board members taking advantage of learning sessions. That's what the Michigan Association of School Boards back in 1986 or 87 developed the boardsmanship criteria and classes, because they realized that you have to be 18 in the state of Michigan, not convicted of a felony, and convince more people to vote for you than to vote for somebody else. And now you become a board member of a multi-million-dollar organization, and you have no experience in doing so. That's what the board training is for, is to help you understand the processes and the responsibilities and roles that we each have as we sit around as board members. So I strongly encourage my colleagues on the board to take advantage of the CBA trainings that are offered. Some are offered online, some are offered in person, but I strongly advocate for members of the board to take advantage of that situation. To the students that are not graduating this year, you're in the 4th quarter, and you still have time to finish strong, so you can go, had a summer with a positive outlook and a positive attitude. So finish strong to those students as we continue to complete this school year of 24-25. And many of us follow the local newspapers, or we see stuff on the news, but I have not seen any article in the newspaper where this district is facing a deficit. I've not read any article in the newspaper where this district has students that were found with loaded weapons on the campus. I've not read in the newspaper or on television where this district has admitted students into our school by school of choice that were then arrested for suspicion of murder. I have not seen or read these negative articles that appear in the newspaper, and some of these articles are about our neighboring district, where people think is so much greater than what we do here in the Mount Clemens Community School District. It's all your perception, and your perception is your reality, and it's our job to change that perception. Those are my comments. The chair would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Moved by member D. Walker,
Support.
second by member J. Walker. It's not debatable. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Walker?
Yes.
Mrs. Walker?
Yes.
Mrs. Cahoon?
Yes.
Ms. Hammond?
Yes.
Dr. McFadden?
Yes.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes.
Mr. Rickman?
Yes. Motion carries. Meetings adjourned at 7:50 p.m. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.